Hey, yo, Smalls, turn up with me,
I'ma pull up on you.
bruh.
What up, y'all? I am back. I'm recording this video for my channel, for KP Kinks YouTube channel. I do have another channel, and y'all are well aware because my previous video I let y'all know where to find my other content. But for today's content, I'm gonna give you guys an update on what's going on with my hair. I just washed it today, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, so I know it's been a minute. Hopefully it's giving. I don't know, this viewfinder is not really giving me anything but blindness at the moment, so I don't know what my makeup is giving. But what if I move the ring light over here? Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's so much better. Today's video is going to be an update on my hair. I did wash it today because I have not washed my hair in like a month, girl. I've been lazy. I'll be honest, I've been really lazy. So I washed it today. It's in the process of air drying. My hair is still wet. Some ends it's air drying. I've been outside because I was trying to let it air dry a little bit, so it's still wet. It's still in the process of drying. I haven't done a retwist or anything. I literally just put a headband on, a little barrette, and I just went to the store like that. And then tomorrow I plan on doing the actual retwist on my hair. But anyway, I know the last update I did for my lock extensions was the 1 month update when I had them in for a month. And yeah, so now I've had them in a whole year because I got them in if I'm not mistaken, June 1st, but I'm just gonna double check because I know I posted 7th. I'm pretty sure I got them on June 1st though. I think I posted it on June 7th. Regardless, I still reached 1 year because today is June 6th and tomorrow will be the 7th. So regardless, I still reached 1 year. So I've officially had my lock extensions, permanent lock extensions, installed in my hair for 1 year. Yay! Yay me. I do want to keep them in for probably, I want to say maybe 2 more years. So I'm thinking I want to keep them in for about 3 years, and depending on what they're looking like at that point, I might remove them. I may not. It depends. So yeah, my original plan was to at least keep them in for a year. That's minimum. But the max I think I could probably do before I get bored and probably want to try something else is probably going to be around the 3-year mark, where I'm really going to be like, okay, maybe I want to switch it up. But I had them in for a year and I'm still satisfied with them. I want to keep them. I do want to shorten them because I do feel like they're getting a bit too long, and the size that I chose at this length is starting to get a little heavy. So especially when I put my hair up into ponytails, into buns, the weight of it is really starting to get there where it's a little bit, at first it was more tolerable because they were a little shorter, but you know, as my hair gets longer, or as my hair grows out, you know, they get longer, and so now the weight of it is just becoming just a little bit too much. It's not like break your neck territory yet, but it's on its way there. Okay, which is the reason why I need to trim my locks, and I will be doing that myself. So what are some of the pros of having lock extensions thus far? Like I said, it's just an easy get up and go situation most of the time. Like, you really don't have to worry about, oh, what am I going to do to my hair, because your hair is technically already in a protective style majority of the time anyway. So I do like the convenience of being able to get up and go. That's cool. I like the fact that yeah, I really only have to do my hair like once a month. I do end up doing it sometimes twice a month, but for the most part I usually only have to do my hair once a month, and I'm usually good with that for the remainder of the month. Like, as far as doing a retwist, I definitely only retwist it once a month, and then the rest of the time I'm just finding other styles to wear throughout the month to kind of give me whatever look I'm trying to get. So it's convenient. You don't have to spend a lot of time doing your hair. They're very natural looking. I've gotten several compliments on them. People really think these are my real dreadlocks. Most people who don't know me or see me every day, when they see me outside or in the street, or and those who have complimented me on my hair, most times they think my locks are real. So that's one of my favorite things about them, is that they're very natural looking. So I never lie about how long I've had my hair. I just don't see the point, you know what I mean? I'll be honest and let people know they're extensions, you know what I mean? They're not 100% real. They're not 100%, well, they are 100% real. Don't get me wrong. This is human hair. There ain't nothing fake about this hair. That's number one. But it's just not all my hair, and I'm honest about that. So, I like the naturalness of it. I like the easy breezy freeness of it. Now, some of the cons, let's get into it. Like I said, for those of you who think you about to get lock extensions and you just gonna treat them like regular locks and just go on about your business, yes and no. Yes, you do treat them like real locks. You wash them the same way you will wash real, you know, natural. I don't want to say real locks because they're not fake, but traditional locks, I'm gonna call them that. You have traditional locks, which are created from just your hair. Then you have lock extensions. That's a different situation. Now, there are some lock extensions which are created from hair that is not human hair, but I wouldn't recommend that because that is problematic for several reasons. It's cheaper, it gives you a similar look, but not as natural as human. But those with traditional locks, like naturally started from your own hair, you treat them basically the same way. You wash them the same way. You retwist them the same way. You style them the same way. There's no difference with that. As far as maintenance goes, that's where you might be surprised, because I feel like some people might get lock extensions and think it doesn't require any special type of maintenance, but it does. And it's the same type of maintenance you can do on traditional locks to give them a more pristine, neat, cleaner finish if that's the look you're going for. Now, there's freeform locks. That's a whole different situation. Freeform locks are just formed literally freeform, like freely. There's no maintenance. There's no nothing you have to do. You just let your hair do what it do. That's it. You ain't got to pick up a comb. You ain't got to pick up a brush. You ain't got to do none of that. You literally just wash, dry, go. That's it. That's what freeform locks are. I don't think I'm a candidate for that because I need a certain type of neatness in my life. I can deal with a little frizz. I can deal with a little puffiness. I can deal with that. But not all day, every day. I got to have something that looks something like something sometimes. So freeform, I will never consider that. I don't think that's out the book. Just like micro, like sister locks, that's out for me because I like to do my own hair, and I can't see myself doing sister locks, retightening sister locks. What kind of time do you think I got? So no, So like I said, some of the cons is that they do look so natural that sometimes when you encounter people outside, they might, question you like, how you only had your locks for 3 months, or how you only had your locks for 5 months, and how they that long, and how they, another thing that sometimes tip people off, not always, but one of the main compliments I tend to get on my hair is because of the fullness and thickness of my locks. As y'all can see, I don't know if y'all can really see, but as y'all can see, they still thick, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like if I showed you some previous pictures from my Instagram, like the first month or two that I had these, they were a little bit thicker than they are now. They're pretty much the same size, but because I've been styling them, I've been compressing them with lock knots and all type of tight styles, they've gotten a little bit skinnier, but overall they're still about that thick. You know what I'm saying? They're still pretty thick for the most part, but there are some parts of it that are thinner than others and so on. But so they maintain the thickness for the most part, but they are slightly, I would say, very slightly thinner than they used to be. And that's simply from all the styling and stuff that I've been doing to my hair. So, and over time, that will happen with natural locks too. So it doesn't matter that these are extensions. Natural, traditional locks, they will thin over time. Usually as they get longer, they tend to get a little thinner. So that happens regardless. But so the same has happened with my locks because I've been styling them and everything. They do get a little thinner, but not very much because I made them so thick to begin with that they're still very thick. But I can tell the difference. Most people can't tell the difference. So that was cool. Some of the other cons, the maintenance I was talking about. So those who have natural traditional locks, they may not always require crochet maintenance, but I feel like with these lock extensions, me personally, I feel like I should get a crochet maintenance at least once every 3 months. Now granted, I got one, I found a nice salon where I can get that done for a reasonable price, and she does it relatively quickly. So I definitely got to go back there and get my crochet maintenance, because it's been over 3 months and I haven't been back to her. So I have to go for my crochet maintenance, because when I try to do the crochet maintenance myself at home, it just takes so long. I just can't take it. The most I can do is wash and retwist my hair at home. That's all I have the patience for these days, and maybe to do a style here and there. But when it comes to the crochet maintenance, which is required, I feel like you must have that when you have lock extensions. You can't skip that step. Like, you just can't, unless you just don't care if your locks fall out or they're like, you know. Now, you may not need it every 3 months. I feel like that's what I'm comfortable with. 3 to 4 months, every 3 or 4 months, I want to get a crochet maintenance on these. Just to make sure that the roots is snatched, you know, make sure everything is sticking inside the lock the way I want it to. And then if I want, I can go, like, she's honestly just going to do the root and probably the first inch of the hair, and then the rest of it is still going to remain the same. But I myself can go in and I can tighten certain parts. I can add hair where it's thinning. I can do that. Now, granted, I don't personally have the patience to do that, which is why I haven't done it yet. But I think ultimately, the longer I keep them, I can't avoid it. I'm going to end up having to do that. Because with your regular locks, just like lock extensions, like I said, they do get thin over time. You may have areas that'll get really thin and you got to fill it in with, you know, more hair and try to pack it back in. Or you can just tighten it up with a crochet needle too. So I keep crochet needles around the house so that anytime I feel like something is acting weird, I can just go in with my crochet needle and fix it. So that's everything. So the crochet maintenance takes a long time for me to do it myself at home, and I only have like 50 some odd locks. I don't even have a lot of locks, but it just takes a long time because, you know, you really gotta, like, for me, I'm very particular. And once I start doing something, I want it to come out the way I want it to come out. It doesn't matter how long it's gonna take me to do it. I don't care, especially when I'm doing my own hair. I will take all day if I have to, because I want it to look a certain way. So crochet maintenance, a con to some people is if you do go to a salon for crochet maintenance, it's definitely going to be more expensive than a regular retwist. So factor that into your budget. Regular retwist could probably run you anywhere from $80 to $100 depending on how long your hair is. But a crochet maintenance, like when I got a crochet maintenance in a salon, that shit cost $300. Now, for some people, they might think that's a little unnecessary, but because I've done it myself on my own hair at home and probably only got halfway through the process and just quit because it was just so time consuming and annoying and taxing on my fingers. So I'll pay somebody $300 to do that. I'm sorry, because I just don't have the patience to do it. So I gotta hit up homegirl and get another appointment real soon. Because, yeah, her crochet maintenances are very necessary, I think. It helps me keep my locks like kind of neat, you know, to some degree, so it doesn't get out of control with the frizz, in my opinion. And it makes sure that my natural hair, my locks that are forming at the top, match the locks on the bottom. You know what I mean? Like, the hair at the root is not going to be super, super skinny, and the one on the bottom is going to be super fat. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want that, because then not only is the weight, that's another thing I'm concerned about, is that there are some locks that I have that are attached to parts of hair that are kind of thin. I wish I could I can't actually show you, but I'd have to take my little headband and all this stuff off to show you what I'm talking about. But you know what? I might as well. So not all my locks are perfect. I'll be honest and transparent about that. There are some, for example, this one on the corner here. I combined, this used to be 2 locks. I don't know if you guys can see, but this here, I'm trying to get close, but I don't really see. This here used to be 2 different locks right here. It's hard for me to get it in an angle that y'all can see. Okay, maybe this way. I don't know. Yeah. So this one here used to be 2 separate locks, but they were so skinny that the locks on the bottom were like twice the size of the root. So what I ended up doing was I just combined the 2 together, and crocheted it, and I'm going to continue to do that over the next couple of months. Just keep crocheting this part, and what that's going to do is that the 2 locks that were here at the root are going to become 1 lock. So I'm going to just basically keep crocheting them together until it becomes 1 lock, and I basically cut off the other lock that this one was attached to. It's sitting on my bed right now. But so yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do with the really skinny ones. Like, for example, this is another example. If y'all can see, this is my real hair from the root up to about here. And you know how I can tell is there's a size difference there. Can you see it? Like, you see how skinny it is from here to here? And then all of a sudden it starts to get real easier for you to see. Look, see, I'm crossing them. You see how skinny one is? That's my hair. And how thick the bottom part is? That's the extension. That should not be. It should look seamless from one place all the way down to the other. So apparently this part or whatever of hair is not enough hair to make a lock this size. So I had 2 choices. I could cut the lock off and make a skinnier lock and attach it to this, or I can find another skinny one, which is like this one, same thing, skinny but thick at the end. You see, that's not supposed to be. So what I would ultimately do is probably end up taking the 2 skinny ones and creating 1 lock, putting them together, you know what I'm saying, and creating 1 lock out of the 2 skinny ones. Because as you can see, once you put the 2 skinny ones together, now it looks like 1 big lock. See? But the problem with that is now you're going to have 2 locks on the bottom. So what I will end up doing is just cutting one of these off and just creating 1 lock going into the bottom. So instead of it being 2 and 2, it just be these 2 connected going into this one. The same thing I did on this side, I'm ultimately going to do on this side too. But the only thing is it's going to mess up my grid a little bit, because the person who did my locks obviously parted my hair like this and did them like this. But ultimately this is going to be a problem the longer I keep my locks in, because they're not the same size. So this will be problematic over time. So another option I have, instead of combining them, is I could add hair here, loose hair, and just fill in the space so that it's not so skinny. And that way I wouldn't have to combine them. And they're not even literally right next to each other. So this might be difficult to do. But I think ultimately I might just end up combining these 2, because I don't see there being another option for that. And then there's some in the back as well where I'm having the same issue, where it's really skinny at the root because the part was not the correct size for the lock. So the middle is usually, most of the middle is perfectly fine. It's around the perimeter that I run into those issues a lot. Like, here's another one where it's kind of, well, this one is more so okay. It feels sturdy. It just needs some crochet maintenance. This one feels too skinny. Like this part here at the very, very edge here, this feels too skinny. I feel all the time that this hair is pulling because the weight of this is too heavy. So I feel like instead of combining this one on the edge, the only choice I have is to make a smaller lock for this one. Because this one pulls a lot, especially when I put my hair in a ponytail or a bun. These on the end corners here, right where my edges are, these tend to pull and hurt, especially when I do tight styles. Right here is where I'm having a lot of tension, right in this corner, and I'll lose hair in this area real quick if I keep dealing with that. So I have 2 choices. I could either, like I said, cut this off and make a smaller lock to attach to this, or combine this with another lock. And I don't want to mess up my pattern or the grid that the person, that I had originally. So I might end up just making a smaller lock for that one. But a lot of them are fine. And I check them after I wash my hair. I check them. So a lot of them are fine. This one, like I said, this is very concerning. This particular one here is very concerning. I think I need to make a smaller lock for this. And all that. So there are some locks that are not completely seamless, where the root is a little skinnier, where my real hair is locking up is skinnier than the bottom. Ooh, look at that fullness, girl. Look at that. Look at that fullness, honey. Yes. Oh, see, that's what I love about the size of these locks, is that even when my hair is not done, these shits still look popping. Like, they're so thick and they look so healthy. When your hair is thick like this, it just looks healthy versus looking all skinny and scraggly. But no, don't get me wrong, I like people's locks that are skinny too, but everybody gives me compliments on the thickness of this hair, the thickness of it. Like, actually, somebody at work who has real dreads asked me one time, he was like, oh, I love your hair, it looks so nice, how do you get it to be so thick like that? And I told him the truth. I said, yeah, these are extensions. I made them this size on purpose. And he was like, oh yeah, those are extensions? I said, yeah. I was like, I made them like that. I made them thick like that on purpose because I didn't want a bunch of skinny ones. I wanted thick hair, so I purposely made my extensions thicker than the average size locks. So so that was that. I really like that hairstyle I had. I done took that junk out, but just to show you guys or whatever. So let's get into the length. I'm gonna stand up. Well, maybe that's not the best way to show you, but basically, I think when I first got these, I'm trying to do a middle part so you can kind of see. When I first got these, I think they stopped right around, right where my collarbone is. It was a little past there, like a little past right here. When I first got them, they were like stopping about here, I want to say, when I first got them. In the same length in the back, around right up like top of my shoulder blade, right here. I think that's about how long they were when I first got them in. And now they come down to almost, I want to say almost to here, like almost to like nipple length in the front, and then in the back it's kind of like almost like to the middle of my back. I don't know, y'all can't really see, but it's like here, you know what I'm saying? So they definitely grew. I think my hair grew about 4 inches in the entire year that I've had them, because from here to about here, if you measure it with a ruler, that's almost 4 inches. So I think that's how much my real hair grew in a year, is maybe about 4 inches, which is throughout the year. So I was excited about that, so yay. Oh, I really like that ponytail I had in, but I'm gonna just have to wing it for now because my hair is Whew. Okay, it's all like doing weird stuff right now. I like the way I had it before, but it's okay. I love them. They're great. I definitely look forward to keeping them in at least another year. I don't know if I'm gonna make the 3-year mark, but I definitely am gonna make the 2-year mark, that's for sure. But I am gonna have to trim them because they are too heavy now for me to really function. So I'm gonna trim them either back to the length that they originally were when I first got them, which again is about shoulder length. I'm thinking to go a little bit shorter than that though, like maybe like right touching my shoulders. I think I'm gonna cut them right about here and give them like another year to kind of grow back to where they are now. So I pretty much, I can't say I've been using the same shampoo for the past probably 4 or 5 months. Initially I was using this shampoo that I got from online or whatever, but now I just use like a tea tree shampoo. It's just this basic beauty supply store tea tree shampoo that I use. I got TGIN brand shampoo too recently because it was on sale in the beauty supply store. So I'm gonna probably end up using that next time I wash my hair. I pretty much, like I said, been using the same shampoo. I do not use conditioner. I don't think I've used conditioner the entire time that I've had these. I've had them in a year now, so they're pretty secure. I don't think they're gonna come out. I think I can start using conditioner on my locks now. I don't know if I will or if I won't, because it's not really necessary, because like I said, in a year I haven't used conditioner and I don't feel the need to. Like, what difference is it really gonna make? Because I mean, yeah, it can make your hair a little softer, but do I want it that soft where these are like slipping out of my hair? Like, I don't want no problems. So I don't know. I'll see how I feel, but I don't think I'm gonna be using conditioner. I might use leave-in conditioner, but I don't think I'm gonna use regular like conditioner that you gotta rinse out and all of that. Shoot, leave-in conditioner might be a worse idea than regular conditioner, because at least with regular conditioner you rinsing that out. I don't even know. You know, if you didn't know that you wanted lock extensions, baby, let me tell you, you're missing out. If you're somebody that like locks in general, but you don't have the patience to wait for it to get the long hair, don't care feeling, then lock extensions is for you, baby. You know what I'm saying? If you're somebody who doesn't mind a little wait, then you can go for this size. But granted, like I said, they have smaller extensions. They have normal size, small extensions that you can buy and have installed. You don't have to go for this size. I chose this size and I love it. I feel like it fits my face. It fits everything I'm going for as far as a hairstyle. Oh, speaking of hairstyles, I've learned kind of how to do my hair in several different ways. I've been teaching myself how to style locks, and I'm getting better and better at it every month. And so I'm excited about that. I'm definitely trying out different styles. You know, I was excited to curl these, and that's still my favorite style, is when I curl my hair. I can wear those curls for like 2-3 weeks. Girl, just curls for the girls. You feel me? Love curling my locks, and I wonder what they're gonna look like after I trim them. What would the curls look like then? Obviously they're gonna be a little shorter, but it's still gonna give, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see what my hair is gonna look like after I cut it. When I curl it for the first time, girl, it's gonna be everything. So I'm excited for this trim, y'all, because I'm ready to take some of this weight off of my head. Other than that, I'm thinking about coloring. I said I was gonna wait till my 1 year mark and then I was gonna color it. Okay, but again, all these things, the coloring, all that has to wait till after I do my trim. Trim is essential. I gotta get this weight off. So once I trim it down, then when I go make my next salon appointment, I'm gonna talk to her about coloring my hair, what she think I can do as far as coloring. Now granted, I can color my own hair, don't get me wrong, but I'm just gonna talk to the stylist first and see what she say about coloring, see how much she charge, and depending on that is going to determine whether I'm going to pay for her to color it or if I'm going to color it myself. So we'll see, and definitely going to do a video on that. If I want to see what year 2 bring. I want to see what year 2 bring, for sure. So I'm really happy with this decision. I don't regret it at all. It's everything. Like, I don't know, I just feel it really fits me. They are everything. Get into them, okay? Long hair don't care. Long hair don't care. Y'all, that's me. So thank you again for clicking on this video. If you like what you see, comment, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, share with a friend or whatever who you know got locks and might be interested in lock extensions, girl, so she can get in on this trend. Okay, so even though I went through hell and high water to get them, it was worth it. This is the last time I'm really gonna be able to swing them like this, because they ain't gonna be this long next time I get on camera. The next video that I post about my locks, and it will be the trim video, so enjoy that. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.
Hey, yo, Smalls, turn up with me,
I'ma pull
bruh.
up on you.